In recent years, society has witnessed a profound shift in its perception of gender roles, challenging traditional notions and exploring a more fluid understanding of gender identity. As part of this transformation, some segments of society have advocated for a change in men's behavior, encouraging them to embrace traits traditionally associated with femininity. This video aims to examine this phenomenon in an extended manner, delving deeper into the underlying motivations, potential benefits, critiques, and controversies surrounding the endeavor to redefine gender roles and shape a new understanding of masculinity. Redefining gender roles, challenging stereotypes. The push to change men into women, so to speak, can be understood as an attempt to dismantle the rigid gender norms that have long constrained individuals' self-expression. Historically, masculinity has been associated with traits such as dominance, stoicism, and aggression, while femininity has been linked with qualities like nurturing, empathy, and sensitivity. However, as society becomes more inclusive and diverse, many argue that gender roles should be more fluid, allowing individuals the freedom to express themselves authentically, regardless of societal expectations. Motivations and potential benefits: equality and authenticity. One key motivation for encouraging men to embrace feminine qualities is the desire to promote equality and break down gender-based stereotypes. By challenging traditional gender roles, proponents argue that we can create a more equitable society where individuals are not restricted or judged solely based on their gender. Encouraging men to adopt traits such as emotional vulnerability, empathy, and caregiving can lead to healthier relationships, improved mental health, and a more compassionate society overall. Moreover, redefining gender roles may also offer men greater freedom in expressing their individuality. For too long, societal pressures have dictated what it means to be a real man, leaving little room for deviation. By broadening the definition of masculinity, individuals can explore a wider range of interests, hobbies, and emotional experiences without fear of being ostracized or labeled as less masculine. Critiques and controversies: redefining masculinity, avoiding stereotypes. Despite the well-intentioned motives behind this movement, it is not without its critics. Some argue that attempting to change men into women undermines the essence of masculinity, suggesting that the goal should be to redefine masculinity itself rather than erase it. They contend that gender roles should not be discarded but expanded to encompass a more inclusive understanding of what it means to be a man, allowing for diverse expressions of masculinity. This perspective emphasizes the importance of maintaining a balance between embracing feminine qualities and preserving the positive aspects of traditional masculinity. Another criticism revolves around the potential for reinforcing stereotypes by equating femininity with positive traits while devaluing traditionally masculine qualities. It is crucial to remember that both femininity and masculinity have inherent value and should be equally respected. Advocates for redefining gender roles must ensure that the goal is not to create a hierarchy but to dismantle restrictive norms altogether. The aim should be to encourage individuals, regardless of gender, to embrace a holistic set of qualities and behaviors that reflect their authentic selves. Avoiding stereotypes requires a conscious effort to challenge our own biases and promote a more inclusive and diverse mindset. Here are some strategies to help avoid stereotypes. Educate yourself. Take the time to learn about different cultures, identities, and perspectives. Expand your knowledge through reading books, watching documentaries, or engaging in meaningful conversations with people from diverse backgrounds. Understanding different experiences and perspectives can help break down stereotypes. Challenge assumptions. Be mindful of your own assumptions and prejudices. When encountering new information or meeting new people, question your initial judgments and try to approach situations with an open mind. Recognize that stereotypes are often oversimplified generalizations and may not accurately represent individuals or groups. Avoid generalizations. Remember that individuals within a particular group are not all the same. Avoid making sweeping generalizations about people based on their gender, race, ethnicity, religion, or any other characteristic. Instead, recognize and appreciate the uniqueness and diversity that exists within each group. Question media influence. Be critical of the media you consume. Media often perpetuates stereotypes through portrayals of certain groups. Pay attention to the narratives being presented and seek out diverse and inclusive media that offers a more accurate and multifaceted representation of different identities. Foster personal connections. Interact with people from various backgrounds and engage in meaningful conversations. Building personal connections allows you to understand and appreciate individual experiences, breaking down preconceived notions and stereotypes. Avoid stereotypical language. Be mindful of the language you use. Avoid using derogatory terms or making assumptions based on someone's identity. Instead, use inclusive and respectful language that acknowledges individuality and avoids reinforcing stereotypes. Challenge stereotypes when encountered. When you come across stereotypes in conversations or everyday situations, speak up respectfully. Point out the harm and limitations of stereotypes and provide alternative perspectives or narratives that promote inclusivity and understanding. Examine your own biases. Take time for introspection and self-reflection. Consider your own biases and prejudices and actively work to unlearn them. Recognize that everyone has biases, and it is a continual process of growth and self-improvement to challenge and overcome them. Encourage diversity and representation. Advocate for diverse representation in media, workplaces, and educational settings. Support initiatives and organizations that promote inclusivity and challenge stereotypes. By actively seeking and amplifying diverse voices, we can contribute to a more inclusive and equitable society. Practice empathy and open-mindedness. Approach others with empathy and a willingness to learn. Listen to different perspectives and experiences without judgment. Cultivate an open-minded attitude that embraces diversity and values the richness of human uniqueness. Avoiding stereotypes requires ongoing commitment and self-awareness. By actively challenging stereotypes in ourselves and in society, we can contribute to a more inclusive and accepting world where individuals are valued for their true selves rather than conforming to narrow expectations. Conclusion. Embracing inclusivity and individual expression. Society's attempt to change men into women stems from a broader movement seeking to redefine gender roles and create a more inclusive society. By encouraging men to embrace traditionally feminine traits, the aim is to foster equality, individual freedom, and emotional well-being. However, this endeavor should be approached with caution, ensuring that it does not reinforce stereotypes or dismiss the importance of diverse expressions of masculinity. The journey towards dismantling rigid gender norms requires open dialogue, understanding, and the recognition that every individual should have the freedom to define their own identity, regardless of societal expectations. The ultimate goal should be to create a society where individuals are not constrained by prescribed gender roles but are free to express themselves authentically and pursue a range of qualities and behaviors that resonate with their true selves. In embracing inclusivity and individual expression, we can foster a more vibrant and harmonious society that values the uniqueness and diversity of all its members. Thanks for watching.